Alright guys, let's get into this right here, okay? We're gonna get into a very detailed and live trade and make this one of the most detailed and well narrated live trades that I have done for you guys, because I want to show you guys the skills that I've got. I want to show you guys how I'm able to make a killer profit every single time I feel like trading and every time there's actually volatility in the market. So welcome to one of my live trades, and I'm going to take it to the next level for you guys in terms of having a very well narrated live trade. So today I'm already up $400. 400 American dollars, and this was by 11 in the morning. Look right here, by 11 in the morning, up 400 on a Bitcoin Cash short. And now we are extremely much so interested in shorting Bitcoin Cash again. Let's go to a 1 hour chart right here and let's deduce this and do a detailed Elliot wave count to see what kind of structures this could possibly be. That is most likely a 3, it's 4, and perhaps a 5 even, okay? If not that, then we would probably go to a 2 hour chart and say to ourselves, okay, well, that's probably not 3. That's mostly a 4 somewhere there. There's a 5 somewhere up there. And there's a 5th wave somewhere up there. Now let's do a trend-based fib extension, okay? Let's do a fib extension. We say to ourselves, all right, well, by rule of alternation, since wave 2 barely retraced, okay? We say that since wave 2 barely retraced right here, only to about the 382 level, we are automatically going to assume that the wave 3 to wave 4 will retrace much more to possibly the 0.5 to the 0.618 ratio, okay? There's no way that both of them will retrace very bullishly despite the fundamental news. Alright, now that we've isolated this right here according to 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for Bitcoin Cash right here, we're gonna break it down even further over here, okay? We're gonna break it down even further and go to a much more detailed structure, okay? We're gonna go to right there, something like that right there, okay? And we're gonna say to ourselves, first of all, let's get this detailed wave count in here. So don't forget the goal. The goal is to ultimately count 5 subwave structures that break down, right? So now we're going to try to count 5 again. Doesn't this look like a valid count? 1, 2, okay? And this is now 3, and that's a 4, and that's a 5. This to me seems like a very valid count, right? Just something like that right there. Now we want to break this down even further, and we want to say to ourselves, okay, well, can we break it down even further on a smaller time frame to see if this is actually the 3rd wave going up like that? And the answer is absolutely, we can. So let's go to an even more detailed count, and we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll go 5 for here. Okay? So what we'll do is we'll get this to an even smaller degree. Go to minuet right here, okay? Makes sense now? Right? There we go. So this goes, let's get the wave count in here so you guys can see it very clearly. That's 1, 2, there's 3 somewhere going up there. We don't know where it's going to land. Absolutely no idea, okay? But what we do know is that there's a valid wave count somewhere in here. What we're going to do is show the wave for this one, just to be very clear, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4 somewhere in there, and that's a 5, which ends that specific structure, right? There you go. Makes sense? So this goes 1, 2, and that's a 3rd subwave, and that's the 4th, and now this right here is the 5th. And what we see very clearly, if we break it down even more, is that the 5 waves are actually forming for here already, which means that I'm gonna be adding more to my short position, okay? But we have to look at it in a small time frame to see if this is actually bearishly diverging in any way, and we do not see it bearishly diverging in any way quite yet. So we have to be extremely patient and wait for this. I'm down a little bit right now, but not really that much actually at all, okay? I'm gonna actually add 25 more to my position. Actually, I'm gonna add 10 more to my position. Let's not be hasty here. Okay, this is my balance, $14,765. I've got another 23K that I can play, and I will most likely play it all because I am an extremely risky player. I will market execute this because there's nobody buying. Simple as that. Okay, I'm gonna sell another 10. I'm gonna definitely just market execute it. I'm chasing now. See, I'm chasing pretty hard. I'm probably gonna go another 30. Oh wow, I actually am playing way more than I actually have already. My mistake there, guys. Okay, now I gotta be extremely patient and say to myself, alright, is this the highest already that's going? It already dropped a few percentages. I think that I'm ready, guys, to short. I'm gonna go as much as I possibly can. Get another 30 in here. That's actually a little bit too much. 25 in here. There we go. 25. I'm now set in my position. I'm only 0.5% down, and that is the most that I'm actually going to be playing for this position, okay? Let's go back to a 5-minute chart right here and say to ourselves, is this a 5-wave count? And the answer is absolutely yes, there's a 5-wave count in here already. So what we're doing is we're taking 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, okay? We're gonna take our Fibonacci range just right here. We say to ourselves, can we even yield any decent profit here? Yeah, but we're gonna go for a little bit more of a target down to over here. Okay, so I'm gonna actually see if I believe this is the entire 5-wave structure or not. It seems like it is the entire 5-wave structure, to be quite honest. The 5th wave just happens to be extremely small, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So don't mind the music in the background, guys. For live trades, sometimes there will be music, okay? Despite this being a lesson for you guys. Alright, so does this make sense to you, the count? Okay, take a look. But first of all, before we review this count, I'm going to take this right here, the Elliot wave structure, from where it actually broke out, from where 1 broke out, right there, okay? Actually, the target is almost somewhere like 461. It's actually a really low target. Yeah, 461 I could even target, in my opinion. So I think I'm being a little bit hasty, going for a limit of only this right here. So if I went to 461, I'd make about $1,000 profit. Let's go 62.5. Let's change this to 94.99. Update my order. So does this make even sense to you guys? Where, like, I'm not saying that it may not make sense. What I'm just saying is that it's possible for it to hit it, okay? So the first thing that we're doing, okay, I'm gonna delete all these fib ranges here. We're trying to break down the 5 count. Okay, let me get this on a full screen so it's much more visible. We get 1, we get 2, we get 3, we get 4 somewhere there we don't know yet, and we get 5 somewhere we don't know yet either, okay? I'm cheer captain and I'm on the bleachers, dreaming about the day when you wake up and find that what you're looking for has been here the whole time. If you can see that I'm the one who understands and you've been here all along. I don't know the lyrics anymore. I saw Taylor Swift live one time. She's actually really good. So here, let's break it down a little bit more, okay? So we break it down to subwaves 1. We can break it down to subwaves 2. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for that structure, because this makes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This ends the 3rd wave right here. So these 5 right there end up making this 1 wave up there. Make sense? Let me draw it out for you guys here if it doesn't. Okay. There you go. There you go. That's actually really nice right there. And how did we know it was actually going to hit up there? Well, we knew it was going to hit up there simply based off of this right here. Take a 1-to-1. And what we say to ourselves is, alright, well, it's most likely going to hit between over 161.8, okay? Well over 161.8. So we're just going to get a general target up to about 490 even. That's what we did. And now we're going to assume that this one over here is going to get to roughly a region of, because this one barely retraced, like I mentioned, to only a 382 level, what we're gonna say is that this one here, by the rule of alternation, is very, very likely, okay? Very likely to hit, I don't know about time analysis, but very likely to hit about the wave 4 territory of here, I would say. So it's possible to get anywhere between here, in my personal opinion. And this one here, I'm going to assume it could possibly get to about 500. It's kind of a round number. Okay, let's see if this holds true. Okay, so I'm going to break this down again one more time for you guys. And this time a little bit slower as well, okay? Watch this. This is the wave 1 possibility. That's wave 2. That's most likely wave 3. There's a 4 somewhere. And there's a wave 5 somewhere up there, okay? Excuse me there. Repetition is always best, in my opinion, okay? So we also, first of all, talk about the rule of alternation, okay? The rule of alternation right there. We say to ourselves first that this region only hit 382. So we will automatically say that whatever wave 3 gets to, wave 4 is most likely to hit somewhere between the 0.5 to the 618 Fibonacci region. So we're going to identify this region and just assume that it's a top right now. Just to follow up with my position for you guys, to show you proof of the pudding, I am now up. Today, I was up 400 American dollars. Now I'm up $260. This was my starting with my $10,000 account only. I've grown it by over 50% already in a very, very, very short period of time. So let's get back to this technical analysis so you guys can see what's going on here. There we go. So now that we've isolated this, we go to a lower time frame, right? Well, first of all, before doing that, we're going to try to just identify these top structures, okay? Double click on it, take out the wave, go to a lower degree. Just like that, okay? Now let's go to a lower degree, like 30 minutes, for example. We say to ourselves, could this possibly be it right there? Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, just like that right there, right? It definitely seems like it's likely, okay? Even if you wanted to go into massive detail, you can take this trend-based fib extension, in my opinion, and it actually hits like only 618 level. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, so this is now most likely 1. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. How do we know that this right here ends up becoming something like this? How do we know, guys? Well, if we go to a lower degree as well, okay, let's go to an even lower degree. That's a much smaller one. I'm going to put on the top. That's kind of my annotation that I like. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. So check this out right there. That's now 1, 2, 3, that's 4, and doesn't that look like a 5? So the subwaves that we're seeing right now, okay, let's make this one white for the big one. Now we're seeing 1, 2, basically, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let's actually draw this one with the wave inside of here. Let's just get this on the outside actually. Okay. Does this seem very right? In my opinion, it's super right. Check that out, right? There we go. Let's get this in here as well. Make it very nice and pretty. There we go. So from wave 2 to wave 3 up there. Okay. Let's make this even smaller. Let's go to sub-minuet. It's not nicer like that. See? So now we've got wave 1, 2, 3, and there's a 4 coming. And now we want to see if there's a 5th. Okay? So look at this. This is now sub wave 1, 2, and that's a big 3. And we're checking wave 3. Okay? We're going to check it. Wave 3 with a really big line like this or something. Okay? We're checking wave 3 right here by easily deducing that Hold on, let me just change the color of this. It's a little bit too bright. Let's go to something like that. The fourth one here. There we go. So now what we're saying is that, well, this one here, we're checking it because there's now 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, okay? That goes up. So it must be wave 3 that's finishing, right? And then there's a wave 4 coming down, which we're checking as well, because this one here is giving us a decent fib retracement, right? This one's bouncing right off of, actually it's a very bullish one, okay? It's super bullish. So we should expect some massive downtrend here very soon. If we also look at it, so we're combining a lot of things right now, guys. We're combining lots of factors. If you look at this 2-hour candle, this is called the shooting star candle. The shooting star candle is where the bulls will attempt to push up the market, but the bears reject them down with a very, very nasty wick, okay? So that's also many criteria to short, where we're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? So there's 5 Elliot waves there. We're also getting a combination of many, many different lows, right? So you combine this wave right there, wave 3's top to wave 5 top. What do we get, guys? We get bearish divergence, right? We're getting a lower RSI or lower high on the RSI, and also the histogram that I was talking about always, okay? There's the first crossover that we look for, comes back up, and then we get a lower histogram tick than the previous one, right? So that's pretty much where it is. So therefore, it must come down, in my personal opinion, and I think that it's gonna drop very violently, very, very soon. So I hope that this has really helped you further in terms of Elliot waves. I'm now up over 700 American dollars today. That's actually a lot. If you think about it, that's over 5% of this account. That's actually huge. All right, guys, we're absolutely downtrending now. It's looking really good. I'm really out of breath. Been running up and down the stairs for a while now. Just trying to get some food underway. I'm gonna create a little wall here. Start laddering my buys, because that's how you should be doing it, right? Should never be buying everything at once over here. Never ever close your short positions with a big count. Let's see if some of these will actually execute, okay? Whew. Just want to start taking some profit here. Just do it the right way. That's how you do an Elliott wave count. Okay, guys, here's what I posted on my Twitter as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you get subwaves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then subwaves 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. And rule of alternation states wave 2 and 4 are most likely to alternate in terms of if one is ABC, other is ABCDE. Whew, I'm so tired. And if one retraces little, the other retraces heavier. Applies vice versa. Since wave 2 retraces 382, we'll assume wave 4 can retrace at least 382 to an assumed support region first, which is near 0.5. Then we'll also assume a possible 618 as usual. And wave 5 is entirely unknown for now. Let's see how this ends up playing out. Let's see if anyone dumps to me here. How's the 5-minute RSI? It's going to come down. Very sure it's coming down. It's breaking below the 55 EMA already. It's looking very, very good in my opinion. Let's just go 10 over here. Right around there. Whoops. Let's put 10 right here as well, maybe. Ladder it slowly. Orders are all starting to fill up, guys. That's looking very, very good so far. This was a beautiful Elliott wave analysis in my personal opinion, okay? I'm going to delete all this since you guys have access to it already now. This is what's giving it away. Dead giveaway right here, like on a 30-minute chart. Every single chart, especially the 30. Histogram tick is really low, right? You get the first crossover, comes back up. Bam, the second crossover is just about to happen right here. Once this is done, we're going to make some nice profit right here. Let's change this to 75. We don't need to be that low. There's probably going to be a dump, to be quite honest. Yeah, I think there's going to be a dump. A big dump, actually. Whoops. Just want to spread some of these out. I don't want it to be so tight, right? 84 is stepping in now, if you guys notice, okay? I wanna overcut him, or actually 83 is just holding up right now, just temporarily. I do not want to market execute this. I don't want to pay $80 in fees. Let's go. Let's go. I think that this is going to be a third wave coming down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. That guy dumped a pretty decent amount there. Let's just put in some more here at 75. Fill all these up, boys. All these up. You guys know what? I really, really feel like eating KFC right now, honestly. A lot of KFC. And I just want to eat KFC so bad, so I'm just going to actually put a limit up here for like 70. I'm going to close it. I'm not going to make that much money on it. I know. I don't care. I want to eat so bad, and I want to talk to my bae. There you go. I'm just going to eat this chicken wing in front of you guys while I celebrate my $1,000 Canadian day. Oh, yeah. Oh, so good. Give me some KFC. This is how you eat, guys, when you make a lot of money. Yeah, baby. Pretty easy, right, guys? Made $1,000 or $400 earlier today. Another $400 just now. And bam. So how were you guys able to make this as well? Easy. You just follow my Twitter. And if you don't follow my Twitter, how can you do this by yourself? Easy. Just take my course number 2. That's how you do it, boys. Bam! Bam!